Assalamu alaikum, my dear brother. Thank you for writing to our live session. As I understand it, you have issues with impurity, and you go through great lengths to make sure everything is pure and clean, and you don't like touching anything like, a carpet or a towel, mugs, anything like that is not pure. At one point, there was some wetness on the carpet, and you blotted the wetness up with a towel, but you forgot to wash the towel, and hence your brother used the towel to dry himself after a bath. So now you feel that he is impure, as your mother keeps using the same towel, even after it's washed, to dry him off with. So you feel that he makes the bath water impure whenever he gets in, as well as the water mug used in the bathtub that your mom uses to bathe him. So, in essence, you keep washing the towel and mug after he bathes because you feel his body is impure after the bath. And you feel he spreads impurity everywhere. And this train of thought is interfering with your praying every day, as it is, and it appears to be affecting your daily activities as well as your thought process. Brother, I'm wondering if you've ever had an assessment or gone to counseling for anxiety or panic disorder, depression, obsessive compulsive disorder, things like that. What you're describing kind of sounds like obsessive compulsive disorder, and that's kind of like a situation where sometimes people, like, they won't touch certain things because of germs, or they have to check to make sure the stove is off, like maybe 30 times a night. They'll get up in the middle of the night and check to make sure the stove is off, or when they walk under a doorway, they have to recite something or say numbers. But in a lot of cases of OCD, people are really concerned with cleanliness, and it becomes like an obsession, an obsessive compulsive disorder. In some cases, it's thoughts, that come into one's head saying, oh, this is impure, we have to do this, we have to do that, right? Like possibly with you washing the towel all the time and thinking that your brother's body is impure after a bath, and is affecting you. So, brother, what I kindly suggest is that if you don't have a counselor or a psychologist, talk with your family physician and ask them to refer you to one. And just explain briefly the situation of what's going on, how you're feeling, what thoughts are going through your mind, and the actions that you're taking to ease these thoughts and reduce the anxiety. Okay? And inshallah, he'll refer you to a psychologist for an assessment. If not, you can find one by looking either online or going to a community center and inquiring if there's any therapists or counselors there, and so forth. But the main thing is to get seen, right? Because if you do have OCD, and I'm not saying that you do, but if you do, there are treatments, right, that can help. And it can help relieve, these feelings that you have of being anxious and uncomfortable and having to wash, the towels all the time and the mugs, and going through the rituals that you're going through to reduce that anxiety and that fear. But you need to take the step to get an assessment and engage in treatment. And also online, there are a lot of good resources for people with OCD. And if you want to read about them, I highly encourage you, to Google, OCD tests, assessments, OCD support groups, things like that. And if you kind of see yourself in some of these tests or stories that are being told, then that might give you a little deeper understanding, a better understanding of maybe what's going on. But I, inshallah, hope that you do, get the help that you need. And it's nothing to be ashamed of. I mean, a lot of people have anxiety and depression and OCD and panic disorder. And, it's just kind of like the times we're living in. I don't think there's one person in this world that does not experience a mental health issue at some point. I mean, it's that prevalent. So the responsible thing to do as Muslims, though, is to address it and to get the help that we need. Like it says, we trust in Allah, but we tie our camel, right? Meaning we trust in Allah fully for everything, including our healing. But we also take advantage of the blessings that Allah has put in our lives, right? Like caring doctors, caring counselors and physicians and hospitals and different people in our lives to help others. There's a lot of caring professions out there, and those are by the mercy of Allah, of course. So with that said, brother, I do encourage you to please seek out a qualified counselor, therapist in your area, and please do be assessed for mental health issues, primarily OCD and anxiety disorders, which OCD is an anxiety disorder. But yeah, you want to get, ruled out, for other things as well. Hopefully, inshallah, after you do seek treatment, inshallah, and you start going to some of your sessions, you'll be feeling a lot better. And you'll be able to focus better, you'll have less stress, you'll feel more relaxed, and you'll be able to focus on your prayers. We wish you the best.